I just think it means so much for Colorado State University, and I really do. It was fun. It was a great atmosphere, and for us moving forward, obviously playing one of our 3 trophy games next week. We're going to have to get back to work awful early, but man, it was pretty cool.
How resilient do you get a feeling your team is now, considering the way you're kind of winning games? The way Garrett kind of took another beating tonight, but yet on that final play stood there and laid it out.
He did take a beating. There's no doubt about that. That was good. That was a good observation.
Thanks.
But the way they go about their business, and the way that they care for each other, and the way that they, continue to really make people around them better, and just the way they affect people in a positive way. There was never, I got to go back, just in all these games like this, there's been never a sense of panic on the sideline, and the guys are committed to getting the job done and doing what it takes, and at the end of the day, we control, what happens, and I thought our guys did a heck of a job hanging in there and figuring out a way to win a ball game.
Was it nice to win one ugly?
It was, and as you know by now, my mind's on all the things that we could have done better, and yet I'm not going to downplay the fact that was a heck of a football team we played and figured out a way to win it. And just the way the guys competed, it's awesome.
Coach, when they changed quarterbacks, did it allow you to play a little differently?
Well, I looked at them. They actually were playing pretty much the same play calls. Took a couple shots with them. So I don't think it changed them, their approach much. It's too bad that, you hate to see that. Garrettson, I saw his wrist in a sling, and you just don't wish that on anybody. I mean, you want everybody's best at all time when you go out and compete. And but at the same time, our guys did a good job of I thought really in gap control. I thought that was something we did really well up front, and then the guys in the back end, they're starting to compete. And I like that.
Your offensive line has been pretty good. Did they take a step back a little bit tonight?
Yeah, I think they took it to us. There's no doubt about it. And we knew we were going to have some matchup issues going in. Not to that extent, and yet, they found a way in the end to give us enough time to get the ball off. So, I mean, that's a good thing. And we've got a lot of work to do. We're by no means anywhere near where we expect to be from a standpoint of being consistent. And but I think most people stayed in the stadium today and had an opportunity to feel good about themselves going home. And I just can't tell you how much I thank those fans for coming out, because that was something special.
How much growth have you seen in your defense from last year, and especially maybe the last 2-3 weeks?
Well, they're playing. They're playing with a cause. They're playing with a mission, and really that attitude of each play has a history and life of its own. It doesn't matter what happened on the last one or what's going to happen down the road. What they have really done a good job is just win this play, give ourselves an opportunity to go win the next play. And I see that the way that they approach the game, and that's something we've been trying to kind of get that point across since we took over here, and you're starting to see it come to fruition.
No kicker makes every kick, but how resilient was Jared Roberts
Yeah.
to be able to make that?
That was huge. I had no doubt. I mean, there was no doubt in my mind that he would kicker get up there and kick it and make it go through. That's something we coach him to do. talk about the goalpost, and he just kicked it up through there. And, excuse me, and sure enough, he took the coaching, so that's a good thing.
The one thing you disappointed, really, you haven't been this off penalized like you were tonight.
Very uncharacteristic. I really felt that the penalties killed us. It was uncharacteristic of who we are and what we're all about. We'll get that handled, and yet, you know, I think some of it might have been some anxiety, you know, and some kind of extra. But we have not been a penalized team, and so to see some of those things happen, it was a little, no, it was really disappointing. And but at the same time, we overcame a couple, and that's a good thing.
You finally get a sellout crowd, and you present them a game like this. Mix those two things. I mean, really, how important was it for you to really, once you got the fan base behind you, to perform like this tonight?
Well, you know what, these guys, these players, they deserve it, and they deserve the support. What they're giving of themselves for this university, this community, the things they're doing not only in the football part, but outside of that. I'm just so proud of them. And you know, I'm going to tell you that fan base was something special, and it caused them some problems. You know, it did, and that's what a home court advantage gives you. And see, I'm already moving to basketball season, and but you know, I just can't thank them enough.
As far as exciting finishes go, where does this one rank amongst the teams that you coach?
Well, we've been in a few, and yet, boy, I don't know. I tell you what, there was one when we were in YMCA basketball, I'll never forget. That was probably had as much to do with excitement as I've ever been involved with. But no, guys, I'm just happy for everybody. I can't express it. It's long overdue. I'm happy for, you know, our administration, our president, and the people who have supported us, and that's what I was brought here to do, and we're going to continue to do it. All right, thanks.
Thanks.